It is a journey through the Bible with Mukhwana Isaac. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yesterday, we looked at the tabernacle and how it was set up, and how the idea was borrowed in the construction of the Jerusalem temple, and so the present day appearance of the Catholic churches. We have a note on the following books. We shall begin with the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus is to the Old Testament what the Gospels are to the New. It contains the central point of Old Testament history, the making of the covenant, that is the testament, which made the Hebrews into the one people of Israel, which in turn was a preparation for the people of God that Christ the Savior would make. And so the Exodus is a reminder to us, the church's journey through time. It is also a reminder of the journey that each person must make on his or her way to God. God is with us. We must abandon ourselves to Him and trust Him, always remaining faithful to Him. What about the book of Leviticus? The third book of the Bible is called Leviticus. I'm doing this because we may not go through especially these books, especially Leviticus, Numbers. We are now going to look at stories. We are going to look at overall themes. Yes, this book contains the laws controlling the official worship of the official worship to be carried out by the descendants of Levi. Hence, the name Leviticus. Other people say Leviticus. That is more of Latin. It also contains rules for the daily conduct of the Israelites, whom God had chosen to be priestly kingdom and a holy people. Exodus chapter 19 verse 6 brings this out very well. And we've finished the book of Leviticus. Now we go to the book of Numbers. The account of Israel's journey through the wilderness, yes, to the promised land is continued in the fourth book of the Bible. Trust in divine providence is the thought expressed throughout this book. So it is called Numbers in the Greek translation from the original language because of the counting of the people made after the Israelites. That counting is what makes these people be called numbers. Yes, the Israelites, after they had left Egypt, they were counted. We read this in chapters 4 to 1 to 4. I mean verse 1 to 4. There is a second counting of the people made when the Israelites had reached the river Jordan, just before the death of Moses, chapter 26. Modern Hebrew edition of the book of Numbers call it in the wilderness. Yes, you must have, if you've encountered some books, they call it in the wilderness. So it is also right, but the Bibles, Catholic and what have you, the old ones, you'll find that there are Numbers. This tells the history of the Israelites from the last days they spent at the foot of Sinai until they stood within sight of the promised land 40 years later. And this account is made up of pieces of history mixed with laws. An older Hebrew title for the book of Numbers was "And Yahweh Spoke." An older Hebrew title, "And Yahweh Spoke," and God spoke, because of the truth divinely taught when God spoke to his people in the wilderness. We shall, of course, have some overall topics to deal with this book. I have been Mukhwana Isaac with the journey through the Bible, and this now takes us to the people of Israel entering, settling into the promised land, the land that was promised to them. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We link up on Monday as we continue going through the word of the Lord. Be blessed.